Belly gang be the effing gang. Zappy. After 6-pack, throw this belly with a chick back.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of I'm Right.
I'm right.
He's wrong. Whatever, man. You're gonna see at the end of the video. But yo, the build today, the topic, your boy, Kanye West.
Jesus.
With another one. He said some wild shit. What'd he say? Well, everybody says it's wild, but what'd he say?
He says
Summarize.
artists should be able to renegotiate their contract and own their masters.
Artists should be able to own their master. Oh no, they gotta renegotiate their contract in order to own their master.
Because that's the situation that he himself is in.
Right.
He needs to renegotiate
82
to own his masters.
82-18. That's wild. So are you agreeing? You agreeing with that, or what's like? You disagreeing with that? Do you think they?
I'm disagreeing about the renegotiation.
Okay.
Because for the simple fact that you signed the deal already. So whatever lawyers that you had, you know what I mean? Whatever people that you had on your team to go over your contract, I guess they didn't do a good job at the time. So now it's a good thing that you realizing the mistake you made, but you already signed the contract.
So fulfill the contract, even if it's
Fulfill the contract.
Damn. So you signed a rookie deal, right? You signed a rookie deal, and they're working you like a horse, like an all-star, like a superstar, and you not trying to sit out?
You gotta fulfill the contract.
Nah. You're not sitting out for a better deal. That's the same thing. It's okay when they do it in sports, but when they want to do it with music, with hip hop, it's an issue. I think it's the same thing.
He can sit out and he could do. You know what I'm saying? He's liable to do whatever he wants to do. But when you don't get what you were promised in the deal because you're not giving them what you promised to give them in the deal, then you can't be mad at that.
Yeah, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying, I want a better deal. He said, I get all the other expenses. He said, but what they got to do with me?
I understand that, but he signed a deal, so you already got a deal signed, right? So here's the question: is the label wrong for saying you already signed the deal? We good. Holler at us when you fulfill that deal.
All right. So litigation wise, they're not wrong. But we know when you're dealing with business, it's not just about the litigation. It's not just about the typed words on a paper. It's also about the relationship. No matter where you work, if you don't like your coworkers, you're not gonna like your job, which means you're not gonna perform at the level you could perform. They understand this. So like, why once a brother say, hey, it's cool, you be like, yo, you was getting me up until this point because you signed the contract, that was the contract. But now from up to this point, moving forward, we're gonna do you right. Because we already did make a buku, we made decent money off of you. We made enough money to balance out some other stuff and make some profits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because now
he done brought them new artists to the label.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I understand that one.
So, but the point, like I said, my overall point is, once you see the value in yourself, because I get it, you got to get in the door. So you take, you do what you do so you can get in the door. But then once you kick in the door and you let it be known, like now you valuable. So I feel like if you want to renegotiate, you should be able to renegotiate as long as it's fair.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, you can attempt to renegotiate. However, if they say no, you can't have no hard feelings because you already signed the contract.
But it's business. They're saying no because it's business, right?
It's business.
And it's good business for who?
It's good business for them.
Okay, so because it's good business for them, they gonna hold fast. So why, if I say to myself, well, I could just do shows and get my show money, I don't even gotta put out no more albums and I'll be good. Plus I might be super smart or got super smart people around me and I got some good investments going. You know what I'm saying? Like my sneakers, the Yeezys. and maybe I'm doing something else, selling gospel pianos. We don't know what he got up his sleeve. And if he say, yo, I'm good, so for me, it's better business. Instead of for me to give y'all 18% and y'all get 82% of this 100 million that we about to make off of me, instead of y'all doing that, I'm just gonna make my 28 million and y'all gonna get nothing. Or we could renegotiate.
What you saying, I don't agree with that, because you still have to fulfill the terms of the contract. So which means if you choose, you compare it to sports, right? So in football, if you under contract and you choose to sit out, they fine you. They got to get their money. They got to get their return on the investment. So what you're saying is, I done made enough money already. I could just pay y'all out and I'm good. I can't say nothing to that.
It's business.
I can't say nothing to
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But he's still not gonna get his masters though. He's still not gonna get what he's striving to get.
He wasn't gonna get him the other way either. But now he's still getting his 18 million. The only difference is now they're not getting 82.
But he has to pay. You know what I mean?
It ain't gonna be nothing crazy like that. Nah, it's not like that.
You can't just walk away from your contract.
You could put out a work. You could put out a work of art that ain't none. I'll put out an album and my mixtape be way fire than my album.
That's what artists do. You like 9 times out of 10 when you see artists flooding the block with mixtapes, they don't put out like 3 albums in 1 year. They trying to get out that deal. They trying to get out that deal. They trying to get the next deal so they can get their masters.
But like I said, the key is.
So I disagree with Kanye expecting to get his masters. I do give the man respect on he is in the ballpark to even negotiate that. He's one of the few that's there to negotiate that. But you still sign the contract.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But like I said, I'm not surprised that Kanye even says some shit like this, which is crazy though, because if you don't remember, like him and Hove had a little quarrel because Hove is like, brother, like, what he say? He said, all I do is put him on title. What did he say? Well, Hove said something crazy.
Hove said a lot of crazy shit. It be subliminal. Like, you gotta, like, decode the shit that Hove be saying. Kanye just out front with it.
What did he say? You put niggas on title. Niggas spite you. Oh, niggas, that's what he said. He said niggas taking their shit off a title. Oh, just to spite you. But what did I do? Except try to free you. Yo, hold on. I might gotta find that. But yeah, like Kanye always gonna say some wild shit.
He gonna speak his mind. He gonna go against the grain. Oh, that's just, it is what it is. So if you a normal thinker, you're gonna think he's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't let that go over your head.
Alright, I mean, if at the end of the day, I get it. It's a contract. You saying it's a contract, live it out. Work on signing better contracts. I'm saying if you got leverage, use your leverage. But I'm just really not surprised that this came from Yeezus himself, Mr. Controversy. He's always in some controversy stuff. Like,
yo, Kanye West is probably, like, when it comes to a hip hop artist, he is the top, like the number one for saying some controversial stuff. Okay, so the last thing he said that was controversial, that was crazy, everybody thought was crazy, he said that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. He said Harriet Tubman freed slaves from one owner and brought them to work for another white man.
Yeah, but they was getting paid though. It's a little different.
It is a little
different. They wasn't getting killed. It was a better situation, but I get it. You saying he's basically saying it was the lesser two evils.
There's lesser two evils, yes.
But whenever there's two evils, you're gonna take the lesser one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's human nature.
But in my opinion, he was not wrong.
It's just
what he said. He just delivered it.
Did he say it during Black History Month?
Nah, I didn't say it.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, we really gotta completely excommunicate this dude. I was gonna say that, but if he didn't do it, then I don't think he really crazy.
I don't think he's crazy either. It's not. He doesn't go with the social norm when it comes to his opinion and how he see things.
But yeah, Yeah, I mean, but they say all geniuses, right? They say they crazy.
They do say that. I have
But,
heard that.
but you gotta understand why they say they crazy. They say they crazy because they don't understand them. So if you don't understand something, you got some fear. So because you fear, you gotta you know what I mean? You gotta something. I don't know if it's humanize, create, you gotta something. You gotta make a decline this motherfucker. Yeah,
Put a wall up, put your shield out, you know what I mean? Nah,
Because,
best, man.
because if you don't, brother, you in your mind, this person is gonna be superior to you. That's why people sometimes they get offended when you're too intelligent. It's because they fear that you're smarter than them, thus you can do something that they can't do, and they don't know what it is. So because of that fear, they dislike you. They dislike you unless they have the confidence, or unless they already know that they have you afraid of them. If they have your fear, that's the only way they don't care if you're smarter than them.
Or it's as simple as just knowing. You can know so much yet, but know nothing. So therefore, you know things that I don't know, and it's vice versa. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, man. But your boy, he said, what he said? One of my love, he said, I seen George Tenet the other day. Said he had the Maybach. Oh, said he had the Maybach, and I had the same. But mine's, he said, might have been rented. He said, but mine's tenant and his might have been rented. You know white people get money, don't spend it. Or maybe they get money by business. I'd rather buy 100 gold chains and go ignorant. Come on, dog. That's Mr. West for you, dog. See, I
That's
don't know.
a Jew, though. That's a Jew.
But is that genius or is that, like, devil? Is it good or is it bad? Because he's, like, speaking about a truth, but it's really bad in the fact that he just glorified the reality or the mind state of a bunch of poor people, and this is why they're poor, because they rather buy 100 gold chains and go ignorant.
I think it's good because you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta acknowledge what's going on. That's the first thing you gotta do. So if you don't acknowledge what's going on, how are you gonna change it? So therefore, he's pointing that out, like, this is what we be doing. This is what they doing. Like, if we gotta be truthful here, right? If we gotta be truthful here, who's in power right now? Who's more rich? Who holds on to their money longer than us? He's saying, this what they do, this what we do. You gonna pick your poison.
Yeah, but he could have said, this is what they do.
This is what we need to do?
Right. Don't do this, do this, because this is what I'm doing. This he could have said, they do this, I used to do this, now I do this. That would have been hard. That's what Hov did on that Was Free. He said 100% Ace of Spade, that's me. Got 50% worth half a B. He said, I'm damn near living tax free. He's giving you the game. He gave it to you. Could have bought a crib 2 years in Dumbo for $25 million. Come on.
Listen, I don't argue with the messenger. You know what I mean? See my 5-minute rant. I don't argue with the messengers. So therefore, if he points out something that's truth, I gotta take it in. Like, I gotta see what he talking about. I gotta see if it's correct.
Yeah, but what about what about the value? There's value in truth. I'm gonna have to do a build about this. But there's value in truth. Because you gotta understand the truth is your power, right? So because the truth is your power, like if you're a man and you got strength and you know that you can scrape your shorty, that's your power. You withhold that. Mm-hmm. You withhold some of that truth because it's too powerful for certain people. So at the end of the day, even though this is, brother, you shouldn't have said that because some people going to take that the wrong way. You said, I'd rather buy 80 gold chains than go ignorant. I know Spike Lee going to kill me, but let me finish. Blame it on the pigment.
He's like, I
blame it on your skin color?
Yeah, I get what you, he's pointing out, he's just pointing out what we do as black people. Like, I don't like.
Yeah, but that's bad.
He's pointing out what we do as black people.
In a bad light, though. You can say the glass is half empty or half full. My glass is half full. It's all about how you looking at it.
The truth comes in different forms, man. It might not always be to your liking and how you want to receive it.
Indeed.
So therefore, when it's put out there, just take it in, because it's only acknowledging the truth. It's only gonna help you if you striving to do something about it.
It is, but he's saying it's the dudes that got 74 gold chains. He said, I'd rather buy 80 gold chains to go. And they said, hey, folks, I need 6 more. I had 80 like Yeezy.
Okay, so what you're saying is he's saying that he's like inciting it. He's glorifying that this is what you should do. See, that's not how I took it though, but I do understand your perspective.
He said, I'm gonna make it out the hood and I'm gonna still buy 80 gold chains.
He did say. He said that in All Falls Down too.
What's that one?
When he said, when he said, he's like, yo, what he said? He said, fuck the police. That's how I treat them. We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. We buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Things we buy to cover up what's inside, because it made us hate ourselves and love their wealth.
See, this is what I'm saying. That's way different than buy 80 gold chains and go ignorant, brother.
It's on a lower scale.
No,
it's on a lower scale.
We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. We'll buy
a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Just like we'll buy 80 gold chains and we don't really need them.
He didn't say he don't need. He said, I'd rather. he said white people get money by, or maybe they get money by a business. So he said, maybe they get money by a business. He said, I'd rather buy 80 gold chains. Come on, he was dealing with him low and soft, dog. He's crazy because he's a genius.
Nah, he is a genius, but see, here's another thing to when he says, if we're going to talk about the 80 gold chains, when you buy 80 gold chains, that's a business. Because gold holds its value.
Brother, now that's that ignorant shit. Spike Lee gonna kill you.
Gold holds its value, so therefore it's like buying it.
You gonna get shot over them 80 gold chains. Come on,
who said you gotta wear them all the time?
You know they gonna wear them. Cause he got 74, he needs 6 more. What you talking about, brother?
I just wear one, man.
We all come from different backgrounds, so we're gonna have different state of minds. We're all at different places in life. So this is why Yeezy could say something like this, and
it might not hurt him. He might be able to buy 80 gold chains.
If he made, but think about if he made $100 million from his music, and he only got 18 million off that 100.
Yes.
That's horrible. He needs a new deal. At least a 60-40. I know you put the bread up, but give me 40.
So then he should be striving to buy himself out. That's one thing he did say though. He said he went to the label. He said that he should be owning his masters.
So he won't purchase them.
The label, he said, all right, my masters is $9 million. He said, yeah, I want to purchase my masters. The label said no. Business-wise, of course they're going to say no. They're not going to take $9 million when they're going to make 90.
Well, it depends on how they looking at it.
That's we talking about Kanye here.
Yeah, but I know. But what I'm saying to you is, it's imperative, brother, that you understand that there's good business and bad business. Good business is people who done business forever. So just think about it. If you got in business with McDonald's back in when they first started, think about if you still is one of their suppliers or whatever. If you still work for McDonald's from when Ray Kroc took it over, you ate. Mm-hmm. So that working relationship was better than you stinging them right down the road. And it's no difference from this. I look at it like this. If brother say he want to buy his masters, I say, all right. I say, peace. Let me keep a percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I at least deserve a percentage. Because I did create this and I do own this, but I'm gonna give it back to you, making you the majority, because it is your piece of work. But I am a part of it too, because like without me, it wouldn't have been what it was. Because realistically, if you don't get signed when you get signed, your whole career changes. This is why some individuals should have been the next best thing, but because they got signed too early, or maybe they got signed when they had mad drama in their life, and they wasn't able to really become what they could become.
But that's what I'm saying though. So when Kanye West signed that deal, Kanye West signed the deal. When he did sign the deal, did he know that he was going to be Yeezys?
No.
A billionaire?
Nah, he didn't. But
so who invested in him on top of what he already had invested, the label invested in him, and they planted a good seed, and it blossomed to a flower. But they really put a lot of bread on the table. So, therefore, I feel like you should take your bread and what you got out the deal and maximize it. And that's exactly what he did. But Kanye want more. Kanye want more.
But see, you got to understand, in the day and age that we live in now, it ain't just about more. It's about what it means. It ain't about that 9 million. It's about, brother, I own my own.
Mm-hmm.
This is we in a day and age where now it's proud to be black owned, dog. We BO. This is what we saying. We like, hold on. We don't sell all the hair care products. We don't sell all our master. We don't like. It's time to take back. It's just a movement. He's like, brother, let me get mine. I know I put in enough work to get mine.
I understand that, and
you not giving me mine. I'm all set. We not making no more money together. I'm not happy. I would have been happy if you would have said 70-30. You'd have been like, yo, let me get 30% perpetuity because I don't have to sell you this, but I am.
So, all right, so you gotta look at it like this then. How many artists turn out to be a Kanye West? Like out of 10 artists, how many is gonna turn out to be Kanye? Like
probably 1.5.
One and a half.
You're gonna
right?
have one yay and the up and coming.
So who's to say when the label they invest in a rapper and he don't sell, he don't do nothing, so they losing all that bread, all that paying the machine, distribution, promotion, all that. Like they lose a lot. Sometimes you get a Kanye West, sometimes you get a Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get somebody that's gonna break the threshold and actually be bigger than what you thought they was gonna be when they signed the contract.
So when you get those players, on your
you
team,
take care of them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you make them your partner. You make them your partner. You don't make them your employee. You say, brother, you know what? I believe in you so much. I like what you've done to this. I want to be your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have a way better working relationship, and you're going to get money from the beginning of McDonald's to infinity.
So I have to pose another question. How much money did Kanye bring into the deal? Like, there's the thing is, if I'm gonna take you, and you got a little buzz independently, but we the engine, we the label. We gonna put you to where you need to be.
We need each other.
Right. So therefore, I know what I got invested in you, and you know what you invested in yourself. So therefore, am I wrong to be like, nah, I mean, I invested what I invested, and I want my return?
Now, we already spoke on that. We already spoke that it's business, so it could go either way.
So you saying you would like to do, you rather do good business?
I only do good business.
I hear that.
I don't think there's nobody I've done business with that wouldn't want to do business with me again. Now, whether or not I want to do business with them is a little bit different, but I don't think that from a business standpoint, no personal, nothing. If you look at it from, I don't think there's nobody that don't want to do business with me that has already done business with me.
So let me throw my little disclaimer out there.
Huh?
I wouldn't do no business like that, but it's still.
I got you.
If you sign the contract and you know what I mean, you walk in there and just.
What if he came to you with the contract and you would have switched it up? You'd have still switched it up and blessed him?
If he came to me with the contract, because if he came to me with the contract,
you want to sign an 80-20.
It gotta work for both of us, you know what I mean?
But he's telling you, I'm good with 20.
It gotta work for both of us.
And then he sell 1 billion records. He's like, yo, I don't need more than 20. You like, brother.
You came to me with this contract, man.
See?
Because that's what I feel like artists should do. Artists should draw up their own contract and bring it to the label.
But then what if the label don't want you? They're gonna, they like you said,
find a happy medium.
Nah, there's no happy medium. They don't want to negotiate with somebody that's smart at the beginning of their career anyway. Yeah. They want to at least come up off that first 5-album deal. That's why back in the day you should sign a 5-album deal. Cause they know, they're like, yo, if you good, you good. If you ain't, 5 albums. This is what they was making dudes sign. So now when I sign it up, I look at it like this, right? Whenever you got value and leverage, you should use your value and your leverage. You should not be unfair, but you should be fair. So like I said, if I wanted to buy my masters and whoever owned them said, yo, I still want to own 30%, I'd be like, you could keep 25% and we good, man. I appreciate that. And you know what? I want it to be 25-75 on my new project your way. And then if that goes crazy, we could flip flop because I like the way you did business with me.
I understand that. I definitely understand that. But another thing that I will congratulate the man on for him speaking his word is telling the artist that's coming up,
Indeed.
you should be striving to get your master.
But yo, that was an exclusive, extensive Kanye edition of I'm Right, He's Wrong. So basically, if you think I'm right, at Lordy Hefe, yeah, put I'm right. And if you think
I'm right, at Lordy Court, and put I'm right. Simple as that.
Alright, we're gonna see y'all next time. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but it's gonna be something wild. But don't buy 80 gold chains. But do buy 80 shirts from LordyClothing.com, and we will appreciate that.
Peace.